Good night.
Good night. Stop, Steve. Steve, we have to stop.
What? Janie? Janie? Janie!
Janie, is that you, dear?
Yes, Mother.
How was your date with Steve, dear?
Oh, Mother. It was awful.
Why, dear? You two usually have such fun on your dates.
Well, it was fun to begin with. The dance was lovely. But on the way home, we stopped for some necking.
Oh, Janie, I hope you didn't do any heavy petting.
No. But Mother, I wanted to. Oh, I know it sounds horrible. It's just some feelings came over me tonight that I couldn't understand. Steve was kissing me, and usually I let him get in one or two, but tonight I didn't want him to stop. I want him to keep kissing and kissing me again and again, and oh Mother, I wanted him to touch me.
Oh, my poor dear Janie.
Oh, Mother, is it horrible that I have these feelings? Am I normal? I'm so confused.
Oh, I suppose a certain type of woman has those kind of feelings. You know the type I mean. They smoke cigarettes and dye their hair and wear tight sweaters. And they go with wild boys. And get in the back seats of their cars and do dirty things with them. But Janie, those types of girls, they're tramps and hussies. Women of low moral character and easy virtue.
But those types of girls seem so popular with the boys.
I suppose a boy might go with a girl like that for a brief affair to satisfy his carnal urges. But he'll never marry that kind of girl. And once a girl lets a boy go too far, he'll never respect her. And once a girl gets a reputation, well, her chances of marrying a nice boy are ruined permanently.
Oh no, Mother, I don't want to be one of those girls. Not a tramp. I want Steve to respect me, and I want him to marry me.
Of course you do, dear.
What happens when a good woman gets married? Is she allowed to think those types of thoughts then?
No, dear. A woman never thinks vulgar or disgusting thoughts or has animal urges like a man. A woman thinks lovely things like creating a home and a family, and feels a sense of satisfaction in being a good wife and mother.
But what about on her wedding night or when she wants to have children. Is she allowed to have those kinds of thoughts then?
Well, we get through those times like any unpleasant household chore. We understand that it's our responsibility and our role in family life.
But what does a good woman think about during?
Well, a good woman fills her head with pleasant thoughts like baking. I got through my honeymoon thinking about baking sugar cookies.
Well, what about Steve? Does a boy have to worry about certain thoughts or feelings?
No, it's different for them.
I'm still so confused.
Well, dating is like driving a car. A boy is like the gas pedal, and he likes to go very fast. But the girl, she must be the brakes.
Well, gee, that doesn't seem fair.
I know, dear, but that's just how it is. But I wouldn't worry too much about Steve. He seems like a sensible boy. I'm sure he's getting some very sound advice of his own on this very sensitive subject.
Well, it looks like the basketball team will have its star player for another season. You're as fit as a fiddle, Steve.
That's great.
Well now, you don't seem very happy to hear that.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just that, well, never mind.
If there's something on your mind, son, maybe you'd better tell me.
Well, there is this one thing, and it's kind of hard to talk about.
Nurse Vickers, would you mind excusing us for just a moment? I think Steve wants to speak with me man to man.
Of course, Doctor.
Now, Steve, what seems to be the problem?
Well, Doc, I've been going steady with Janie for quite a while now.
Yes, a fine girl, from a good family.
And, well, lately things have been getting pretty serious.
I see.
What's a guy to do with a nice girl? I mean, well, you know what I mean.
Have you tried taking cold showers?
Gee, Doc, lots of them. They don't work at all.
Avoiding spicy foods?
I don't even like spicy foods, Doc.
Well, son, it looks like you have a real dilemma.
I sure do, Doc. Can you help me out at all? Do you have any advice for me?
Well, have you ever considered dating another type of girl?
Another type of girl? Like, what kind of girl?
Well, in my day we called them good time girls. Boy, were they a good time. I knew this one girl that used to do a dance called the push and whip. My. But you don't need to hear about all that.
So, I go out with a good time girl for a good time? But what do I tell Janie?
You say nothing. Janie doesn't need to know anything about it. Shucks, you wouldn't want to give her an insecurity complex, would you?
Gosh, no. But what would I say about where I am when I go out with these good time girls?
Always think of some place that she won't expect to go with you. Tell her you have to go to a basketball meeting. Or to boys' choir practice.
But I don't even sing, Doc.
That doesn't really matter. I tell my wife I go fishing, and I don't even have a fishing rod.
Well, isn't it a bad thing to lie to Janie?
You're not doing this to hurt Janie. You're doing it to protect her. How do you think she feels? Imagine her point of view. Do you think she likes being out on a date with you when you start to puff and pant and try to grope her?
Well, now that you mention it, she did kind of get a little upset on our last date. She pushed me away and then ran into the house.
Of course she did. Decent girls don't like to be molested on a date.
Wow, Doc, I never even thought of it like that.
An occasional date with another kind of girl will take the edge off. Then you can go out with Janie and be relaxed and comfortable. You can be the gentleman that she deserves.
Gee, thanks, Doc. I sure do appreciate it.
Anytime, Steve. That's what I'm here for.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning, Mother.
Feeling better?
Oh, yes, Mother. I feel so much better after the talk we had. I've decided that I want to be the type of woman that Steve respects. I'm going to keep saying no, and I want to respect myself too. So I'm going to be mature about all of this and stop allowing certain thoughts to even enter my mind.
That's my good girl. You know, I think we should celebrate. Why don't we go shopping and have our hair done?
Gee, that's great, but where's Dad?
You know your father. He's off on one of his fishing trips.
Then I guess it's just us girls today.
That's right, dear. Sugar cookie?